morning, where you are. Welcome to Rythm Scoop. It's your girl, the lovely Egerton here on the best radio station, the Blackout Friend Network. Basically, reporting in regards to uplifting, empowering, amazing conversations. But today it's a Friday. We made it through the week. It's been a beautiful week for me. Good tidings, positive vibes. And today it's Rythm and Scoop, arts and entertainment. And also, I have the lovely, amazing, gorgeous lady next to me, my co-host. How you doing?
I'm good. You?
I'm great today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Me too. I'm grateful for today, for the week how it has been. At least this kid is bias.
Yeah.
Last Friday I was not here.
Oh my god, yeah, actually
to
you're
cover
not
up the show.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful to be here.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful, of course, for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feeling better?
Yeah.
You've been okay. You've been kind of like okay throughout the week.
Yes.
Yeah. We thank God for the gift of health.
Period.
Yeah, which is more important.
Yeah.
And thank you guys live on TikTok, YouTube, and remember to follow us on all the social medias, and also download our app on Google Store. And also remember to, the guys are using the iPhone, kindly stream on www.blackoutfriendnetwork.com for more amazing uplifting conversation in regards to anything you want to hear about the African history, everything happening in Africa, all over the world, truth and facts in regards to the African identity. But today we'll go and talk about everything that's been happening throughout the week, as entertainment, politics, and basically our opinion in regards to everything.
Period.
And we're gonna be back with an amazing quote. Yes.
Yeah.
And then we get back into it.
Share something positive if you have.
Yeah. On the comments, you're free to choose whatever you want to choose in regards to sharing, and then we're gonna read it out. But remember, as I always say, you are the change you need to see in the world. We'll be back right at it as we share our quotes of the day. Very emotional in a way, but yeah,
I don't feel like it's really emotional.
Like you feel very empowered in a way. Yeah, I don't know what he really sings because I think he kind of like talks in his language for a bit, and then he talks about reason, the main theme of the music. Yeah, but my quote of the day or today, guys, is you cannot enslave a mind that knows itself, that values itself, that understands itself. Yeah.
My quote of today is a happy weekend. May this weekend be relaxing enough to let go of all your worries.
Come on. That's what's up.
Wusa.
That's what's up. Wusa. Very important. Very important. But thank you guys for again tuning in here on Rythm Scoop this beautiful afternoon. We're going to talk about everything that's been happening throughout the week, and I believe we have amazing conversation in regards to the fact that we're the change we need to see in the world, and basically voicing our voices out for a better government and also the rise of Africans. But I hope you had a great week. I hope you had a great time working here throughout the week.
Yours?
Yeah, you look glowy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Drinking water, you know.
Yeah.
I think drinking water really does me justice. Sometimes I pause. We're always in a competition summer with Keith.
Okay.
But for him he's been maintaining.
Yeah.
For me, when it's super cold, I'm scared to literally hydrate.
Right.
But right now the body is just demanding. Because once you start a routine, the body gets used to it.
Yeah.
So the body is just demanding water.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Before you sleep, sure.
Yeah, I used to do it.
Before you wake up. before you wake up, no, before you sleep, after you wake up also, before you have your like day meal. Yeah,
I'll find myself just drinking water.
Yeah,
even in the middle of the meal, I'll just drink water.
Mostly it helps with the skin. Your skin just becomes your skin really glows.
Just tones, yeah. Because I've noticed, I've seen the change a little bit. Niko like, hey, kukunywa tu maji siku kidogo.
Right.
Okay. Na sasa nikishika pesa.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You know, niko like, sasa hivi kukunywa tu maji kukaa na routine kidogo. Nikishika do sasa. Hey, I'll be untouchable.
August.
You know?
Yes.
That month. But my week has been fantastic.
Okay.
I'm grateful. Waiting to see what the weekend has in store. I have a lot of things in mind I just want to execute. And I can't wait to just see as time goes by, you know, how things are going to turn out.
Right. Only the best.
Thank you.
We always say. Yeah.
You?
My week has been peaceful. My week has been amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just think of it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Peaceful.
Okay, nice.
I'm also trying to see what everything that I've executed, how it's gonna work out. You know?
Literally, imagine. So long as I'm actually just doing it. Because I feel like for me, I've been in that bracket of I was reading something today. I was like, I'm so guilty. I've been so in denial, but I'm so guilty. I think I'm a procrastinator of things. Like I'll procrastinate. I'll just keep on postponing.
Okay.
But I feel like I really want to walk out of that because I woke up today reading just some really powerful motivating quotes. And one of it was talking about how to step out of the comfort zone and self-doubt. Because I feel like before you start something, you always have the fear of, what's going to be the results? Are people going to love it? Will I get the support I'm really, you know, looking for? What's going to be? How is it going to be? So I feel like for long I've really had that. And it's a high time I really go. I want to walk out of my comfort zone and release the fear and get to the stage of learning and start earning.
I love that.
Yeah, because it was like 3-4 stages, you know, where get out of your comfort zone, which gets rid of your fear because of course the fear comes in with failing, but once you've started doing it, you've stepped out of your fear, comfort zone fear, you're doing it anyway despite the fear. You learn when you collapse, you know, when you fail, you learn through all the failing. And then you start earning.
It's so true.
And all that
and that's
after
part of the process.
learning and all that. Yeah. So I wanna
Time's up.
Yeah.
Time's up, baby girl.
Man.
Changes on the horizon.
I just see if I start it's gonna be something big.
Right.
You know?
Then
but like am I ready for that? You know, it's really comes in.
You don't have to wait for you to be ready. You have to just do it. Because you'll never be ready. You will never be ready. You have just to start it, do it. And whatever happens, it's gonna happen. But you've started it.
Yeah.
It
will happen.
Yeah.
Very soon.
And sadly, Shimani's not there with us today. She's not here with us. She's not feeling well. But I believe she's gonna feel better and she's gonna be here Monday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get well soon, Shimani.
Get well soon. Alrighty. We've been talking about the fact that on my show we're talking about the fact that Africans is so important to basically understand our identity. It's so vital for Africans to really understand who they are, which is something which has been hidden from us, the knowledge and everything to do about that. And we saw this coming in regards to the Mobius case thing, or the fact that Kenyan vehicle maker Mobius Motors, let me just read it out, to shut business as shareholders endorse liquidation. You know, like Mobius is basically made in Kenya. The only amazing car is like honestly far much better than a Jeep. And I'm going to read it out. Mobius Motors, a Kenyan company known for making affordable and tough SUVs suited for the continent's rough roads, has announced it will stop operations due to financial issues. As stated in a company announcement and confirmed by shareholders, source on Tuesdays. And this comment really got me. This lady said, what if the government made a policy to buy Kenyan cars for public offices? What if the president made a deliberate move to use Kenyan cars on his motorcade? What if the CS being vetted use Kenyan cars? What if we as Kenyan people actually decided to buy Kenya, build Kenya? What if our celebrities bragged about buying Kenyan cars instead of imported ones.
Exactly.
What if, you know, this would never have happened?
True.
Yeah.
I agree with that because if you talk about self-identity, that was, I think, my topic on Monday.
Okay.
As African people,
Yeah.
you know, where Africans are so lost, where they prioritize what the colonizers introduced to us without having a caution of questioning, is this good or bad? And it includes religion, it includes education, it includes when you come to engineering, when it comes to science, literally everything revolving life, where black is not good but white is good. So this comes also to this company because our African leaders are the number one people we should blame for not educating or introducing a system of education of introducing skills where children like China at a young age you become practically you know, you become practical, you start you know, doing a few things.
They taught how to create.
If you are a cook, you are taught how to become a chef at a, you know, stage by stage. If you are an engineer, you're taught how to do this and this. If you know how to code or whatever. Literally, they have failed to change the system of education in Africa, and that is the number one problem. Because we've spoken about so many times where we have people, we have engineers who can do actually amazing things, including restoring our roads better to what from what we have right now. But these people have not been given that chance because of the nepotism, corruption, and all that. So going back to also the system of education, even if you are learned, you're not gonna get that chance to showcase your skills. It goes back all the way to still nepotism and all that. And this is where we have people, let's say like Mobiles, you know, where you come up with your own company in Kenya, you start producing your own, manufacturing your own cars, and you expect the same thing we're talking about Uber. You expect support. You know, this is where we've seen like the comment that woman has just actually made over there. If there was support of local businesses, not just that company, would not see Africans relying on anyone.
I agree.
Would not be seen white as better, Chinese as better. Would see Africa and this as better because, and we'll actually even crave more ways of making it better because we have the capability. What should have been done in this particular case is that I do believe there's a lot of funds allocated for a lot of bullshit. Why can't we set aside some certain funds to support such kind of local businesses? And like you said, let the president use this. Actually, that's a big way of advertising, not just to Kenya, but to other African countries. Start trading, importing, exportation type of shit. You don't need to involve any foreigners right here. Just do it from your own pocket. And this I do love this Nigerian. I can't remember his name, but he's a billionaire. Off his pocket, he has built an airstrip.
Wow.
He has purchased, I think so far it was around 40 airplanes. He has employed 100+ people in Nigeria in the same airstrip. And you're like, if an individual person can do it off his pocket, what is actually preventing these politicians who are getting funds, billions every single day from other people, including investors, private, whatever, but fail to execute? But that is where the problem comes in. Because you're being funded, you can't execute your own, you know, your own plan, because someone else is going to control you on how they are, you know, giving you the funds. So it goes back to just self-identity again, like you said, how you started it, you know. We need to recognize our own is the best.
That's a fact.
That's the simplest term I can use. Our own is the best. And until we start actually seeing that, because there's a friend John alikuwa ananiambia, it is so sad when you try even to date, when you go on a random place, then you ask who's the best fulani. It's never the local people. It's always the watu wa nje. Who's the best rapper, who's the best artist, who's the best musician. You'll not hear someone say Silverstone Bars. You'll hear Rihanna, Beyonce, you know. No one is gonna mention about the underdog artists, and they're the ones actually who are spitting the real shit.
Amazing.
You know, so it goes back to self-identity. Africans, we just need to be self-centered. That is the word.
Yes.
We need to go back to understanding who we really are. You
That's
know.
it.
I don't know, but today I just read a whole lot of bunch of things and they're stuck in my head. But it is all about just being self-centered. You know, go back to understanding who you are. Question a lot of things. Don't doubt yourself.
Right.
Yes, fears are there, but you can do it.
I agree.
And I always say this with every business. Personally, I think because I've done a whole lot of bunch of shit, and I do believe in my line of career, there's still so many attempts of failing, of you know, challenges, not just failing, but challenges that are ahead of me, and I have to be ready to conquer them. You know, I was reading, I can't remember the whole statement, but it was talking about challenges actually when it comes to self-doubt again. Accept challenges in your life because that's how you grow. I think I also mentioned something like that, Jana. Like that's how you grow through all the troubles, through all the failures, the fighting, the ups and downs. That is what makes you stronger to be able and prepares you actually for greater opportunities. So even with business, personally, I've ventured into a bunch of things. I've tried. I've always been a risk taker. We were saying yesterday, a child posed the question, what is it that we would love to be remembered for? Personally, I said, I want to be remembered for being a risk taker. Because I believe I'm one. I'm gonna, no matter how many times I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep on doing it. Like, I'll keep on making my perfection my own better way. Because if I tell you, Iwaton, I've not studied makeup from anyone, it's me. And if I look at YouTube, maybe once. But I used to bump to people every day. I'm like, that eyebrow looks like this. I'm gonna try that eyebrow. You know, oh, that eyebrow is darker here. I'm gonna do that one and see how it looks. And I'll ensure it comes. Even if it kuja exact the same way I saw that lady, I'll attempt until I have it. So that is literally even with life. You know, with businesses, you start. There's failing before fruits ripe. Even with farming, the fertilizer will maybe not work this time. Next time turn to something else, you know, come back to biofertilizers, stop using the chemicals and all that. So that's my point on that.
That's a great point. I believe many people, as Africans, there's so many people who don't have that understanding of who they are. Like I say, self-belief. I always said that, there's something I always say, or basically always carry in my heart, everybody and anybody else can give up on you.
True.
And that's okay.
But
the moment you give up on yourself, like,
that's
you're done. Like, you can never ever give up on yourself. Yes, things will come, as you said, challenges, and everyone will go. The guys who are basically pushing for you to basically, you're doing better, they're no longer there. And sometimes you're your own encouragement, honestly. And I believe, as Juvia said, it's time for Africans to be selfish in regards to understanding who we are, what we have, and how we can be.
Imagine
it's at that time.
It's so easy to boycott businesses if you really wanted to, and we can support our own if you also wanted to. It's very easy. It's all here again in the mindset, because that's the mindset. Because ukishaeka, and it's all mindset, because also the kind of level of life you're limiting yourself to live is what you're gonna live. So ukisema bei yangu ni ya Kamkunji, utabaki kwa Kamkunji forever and ever. You're not gonna try go to a mall, see what's new, you know, trying to upgrade your class. And I'm not saying leave extra, you know, extra your bracket, your tax bracket, above your tax bracket. Live according to your own means, but also aim for a higher life.
Sometimes tap into it and then see the next time, even subconsciously, even the way the money is gonna come, you won't even know. Because you put yourself, your mind is just gonna be like, no, I have to have this. And the way things will just work itself for you to basically enable that moment or process for you to have basically whatever you're trying to seek in regards to maybe something higher quality. There's this quote that says that your feet will never take you where your mind has never been. Ever. So it's basically the power of your mind. Everything starts here.
Exactly.
And that's why Dr. Ari kind of says that we were educated in the mind as Africans. And it's true. Even the fact that Maya, the guest, we're talking about the fact how she's gone to a restaurant with her fiance and she could see the difference in regards to treatment when she went there alone. you know. But we have to understand, like, we are the beginning. Yeah, which is something which we were not taught in the educational system, which is always breaks my heart in regards to the African history, honestly, because if the educational system, every African, or basically most of us have gone to school, and then if you, from a child mind, we are taught about everything in school. Can you imagine being taught about who you are, the wealth, the empires? We wouldn't have anything like this going on.
Imagine, no. Yeah. We would have risen with the spirit of, we would have grown up with the spirit of, number one, being woke, understanding who we are, understanding our heritage, our cultures, our traditions. And we'd stand for it, literally. And when I mean stand for it, we'd fight for it. Because personally, I feel like, as much as my mom did make a couple of mistakes in her marriages and all that, I feel like she made me see, don't settle for this, okay? Yeah, I'm going through this, but this is not what I want you to settle for. And as much as I was saying yesterday, I never got that chance to sit down, talk about, you know, like, this is what I want to do, but I remember her telling me, you're going to be someone very great in life. Even to my pops, you know. I remember this, a word he ever said to me until to date. It keeps me going despite everything. I'm like, yo, just know you're very special in your own way. You're very special, okay? Just keep going. So, just know you're special also in your own way. You're unique in your own way. Don't look at someone else's success and try limit, because I feel like that's what majority of people do. If you to take me back 4 years ago, I was looking at some people, my friends that look at now high school. Niko like, guy, kwani wanafanya nini wanaomoka? Guy, kwani these people already they can wear do human wigs. Like, hey, could you buy? What do you mean? Like, then you sit down, you go like, nah, I don't know how you got there. And I'm certain if I were to know, probably I don't want to do it. So I'm gonna wait for my turn. Okay? And my turn is gonna bring me whatever it's gonna bring me, but I believe it's gonna be my turn. And patience, actually, like you say, your feet is not gonna take you where your mind has never been. My feet took me to where my mind has always been, you know. So I'm really grateful.
And there's more to come, because I believe Africans, like, we are the future. We've actually been the future in the beginning, and I believe time is taking us back there. And we also have KTN News. I think we read about this. Officially closes down and merges with KTN Home. And we talked about the fact that I think it's Timur who brought this up. The fact that I gave a point that maybe the guys who were funding this, shareholders, basically were not able to fund this anymore.
That's when they had fired 300 employees.
So this is what's happening. The KTN News, because there were two different media stations in reporting news, but now it has become one. But I believe it's because, still I'm going to stick into that, the money, in regards to money.
So this takes us back to the demonstrations. KTN is one of the mainstream medias that said, we're not gonna take a threat, okay? We're gonna air everything we want, okay? You're not gonna tell us we can't show mandamano, we can't. They stood firm on the ground, and of course, which comes with consequences. It comes with consequences, baby. If you've been in the system, you took the funds, you're gonna be affected, because they made you who you are. You know, that's one thing that people do forget. So KTN, of course, saying that and understanding the kind of leadership we're dealing with right now, which is kind of declaring sort of dictatorship. We knew, and shout out to Demore for breaking it down, because he said things that can lead to this is because 300 employees being fired is because of ads being cut, financial support, which majority from the mainstream media is coming from the government, and maybe also shareholders who don't want to really be involved, or you know, there are other businesses to be. So the Otatoka, and that is basically what has happened. Because first, number one, it was 300 employees. Then you can see it has been shut now, becoming a whole one. You know, when there were two. So it's basically where you've been told the mainstream medias are not owned by the people you think. You know, there's someone who's controlling them. And here the Jays said, yo, they said what? Okay, we're pulling the amount down so they can support themselves.
Yeah.
And probably, let's give it some time, I think they might shut down completely.
Really? Huh?
Yeah, because unless someone else or people come, that includes of course the people in the government, because we have let me tell you, we have these politicians. When you talk about the lands, when you talk about the lands, when you talk about some companies that are selling, just a lot of things going on in terms of advertisements. Behind the curtains, they are owned by these politicians. So definitely they are the ones who are paying for these advertisements. Unaona tu Njogona hapo ana advertise, lakini Njogona kuna mtu mwenye mkuu mwenye land ni Njogona tu ni wa kukwambia ni yangu lakini si yangu. Una get it? So this is basically what is happening and what is gonna happen. I feel like ATN might completely shut down.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it in regards to that, but I believe now people are just, in regards to the protest going on, people basically fighting for a better government. As I said, as I started, change is on the horizon.
Yeah.
And if anybody, even if it's media, everybody's so media, people protesting, going on the streets, it's just time for change. And guys are really tired about mostly the corruption going on. We saw the new cabinets being sworn in, so they're literally in, guys. And no, guys are not happy. Joe was basically leading with a net worth. It's not about the net worth, but it makes sense, like, why are they still there? All of them have a net worth above 200 million Kenyan shillings, except the cabinet secretary for water, who's like 31 million Kenyan shillings, because I've never seen his face. It's the first time seeing him. So all of these guys just questioning, why are you guys still there? Keith mentioned the fact that we should basically pick people from the grass, the ones we know their history, and we know this person is a Pan-Africanist. But also, as we understand, the government is corrupt, and the fact that the president is kind of like trying to combine or conjoin people who basically know he has their side of consent to basically back him up. And we all understand it. Everybody can see this. There's a video of the guy I played also, and he said like the fact that his people are in the government, they don't have a need to riot or protest, which is a very backward mindset, you know. So I do not kind of like agree with like the fact that a lot of people, we might feel like in Nairobi, other places, maybe they know really what's happening. Maybe the youth, the Gen Zs understand the fact that this leadership and the government is corrupt. But there are people who, even that guy, he's basically very old, like in his 40s maybe. He still has the mindset, you know what, this leader Raila Odinga, as he mentioned, is there, so we don't need to protest. We're okay, we're good. And that brings us the fact that there are people in different counties who are just led by the fact that our leader is there, so whatever he says we're going to follow. And also the fact that the dialogue Raila was supposed to give did not work for us. He thought he's going to talk to us during the protest, and then we're going to say that, you know what, no, we're not going to protest anymore. But it didn't work.
I feel like on this case, those are just the Kisumu people who are influenced in this manner.
Okay.
If you've noticed, in most of the demonstrations, as much as we saw some people in Kisumu demonstrating, but majority are gonna turn up when Raila calls out. I don't know. I don't understand the mentality, the minds, the control of the mind over there. It's just, it's so crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy and mind blowing. But right now, I feel like if you try to look at Kenya as a whole without the Luos, no, without them, like, you know, but without putting any tribalism,
right?
Kenyans understand who Raila is, because we saw during the demonstrations people saying, "Yo, Agwambo ka nyumbani. We don't want you to talk, you know. We don't want you to appear. We don't want no dialogue." And I've said this a couple of times, and Africans just need to understand. It took me time for me to figure out, like, opposition leaders are also paid to distract, because make it make sense. If you really a whole Patrice Lumumba, bro, you will be assassinated. There's no way you're gonna continue having mandamano in the name of real change, a true democracy. You mean that's a threat to the West? So you would have eaten a lot of bubblegums. All the drama for Sijui, the gari yake imeshutiwa, Sijui nini, that's for people to see, but is not meant to be killed. Is not meant to be assassinated. that is all just a show. The real leaders have been assassinated. The real leaders like Patrice Lumumba, the real leaders like John Magufuli, all those people are being wiped out. They're not being allowed to actually have the power to make people move.
Yeah.
You know, so people need to wake up. But I do believe with them.
Yeah? What do you think about Ibrahim Traore? He's doing amazing.
My husband.
And he's a threat to all these foreign people.
That's my husband.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I love his confidence and the fact we're not exporting any minerals to any foreign countries.
That's even the sexy part about him.
Like, no.
The confidence.
Yeah.
Like, babe, how dare you?
Do you think he's at a standstill in regards to being wiped out? Because there's some people who don't like what he's doing and they're watching him.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. There's been a couple of Keith, I think he has told you a couple of times or maybe said it. And of course we've seen it. Yeah. There's been a couple of attempts of him being assassinated. So far 3. Okay. Within just a period of a year. Because come on. Burkina Faso is making moves. Yes. These people already have their own farming machines, all funded from their pocket. God damn it. They don't want no loan from the IMF.
Said no.
Chased away the US military, the UN peacekeepers, controlling their gold right now to back up their currency. Like it's amazing. So I do feel, I've said this, the rise and development of the Alliance Sahel states is going to be also another wake-up call to African countries. Okay. The African countries who are watching and know what is going on, because South Africa, babe, you need Jesus. Yeah, these people are going back.
Gosh. What's happening in South Africa?
South Africans are going back instead of moving forward. Yeah. I'm just confused about them, but that is basically what's going to happen. Like the Alliance Sahel State Development and employment, and if it starts now even driving more other African people there, because that's how Africans move. It's and understanding the fact that we used to move everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
If I hear there's a job opportunity at Burkina Faso and people are being paid well, I think I'm not gonna pack my shit and go. And they are accommodating.
Super, and the fact that we can see we don't need boundaries.
Exactly.
We don't need whatever passport visa to go whatever country. We can see that we bought Ibrahim Traore doing merging Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali, becoming a pact, and it's possible, and they're all kind of like agreeing into this. But I believe time's just up. That's not it's basically irrefutable in regards to like, you know what, we cannot go back where we were. Keith has said this a couple of times, like Kenya, Nigeria, Uganda, please come back. We can never be the same again, because change is just on the horizon. I think I've been saying that every time here. But digressing from that, I'm clapping for Ibrahim Traore, but I believe Kenya is going there with force. We just need to be super consistent, and I believe there's so much maybe fear and also questioning, like, okay, what's going to happen? But I think as we keep educating each other, talking about it can be done, it's possible. We'll still have that motivation, right? Digressing from that, we can see that Vybz Kartel said that his first concert will be in December. So Vybz Kartel, my first show will be in December, and I will not give the exact date, but start saving your money. I'ma play that video.
Alright. Sir. Man say, the first one in December. Now go on the exact date, but save on the money. Selling a house, selling a car if possible, selling a organ, then want to kidney a China. So, alright. Sir.
Alrighty. He was free. A lot of people are following him in regards to his music. People, I believe a lot of Kenyans love Vybz Kartel. I can't get a hold of that name. But what do you think about his freedom?
Well, you already released the jam.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
When was that?
I think yesterday. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But hey, shout out to him. Of course, I'm not really a fan of Vybz, but I don't want to say I'm not also a fan because I know a couple of his songs.
Okay.
Whether features, whether singles, whatever. I'm a fan in a way, but shout out to him. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't wanna say anything negative, being honest.
Right.
Yeah, I just hope he's gonna get treatment, because I've seen he said he's gonna start his tour in 31st of in December. Sorry.
Right.
And I hope through the tour he's gonna get enough funds, because the fact that he's been in jail, of course he's gonna recover. It's not like he doesn't have money, but you need to. It's never enough. You know, it's just never enough. So I hope he's gonna get the help he does require from his condition.
Yeah.
And yeah, we wish to see him, of course, back in the industry doing collabos. Right now we have, of course, so many young Kenyans, the urban tone artists who would actually be good to collaborate with, because for so long it's been conscious back and back. So come on, Vibes is outside.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm just loving the support from his girl.
yeah.
Honestly, she might give me a brief history about that, and I'm like, dang, that's love.
They've been dating. long?
Yeah, they got married when he was in jail
Oh.
because the previous wife left him because he was in prison. So it's just a beautiful story to hear, because she has a descent from Turkish descent, but she has like a British accent, so I believe she's been raised there. And then the way she just came to where vibes, it's just amazing. And the fact that she's stuck with him all the way, like he's been in jail and in prison, she's been holding him down, and now we can see like he's out. It's just a beautiful story about people who really, I can say for me, it's believe in you and see who you can be. Yeah, because the other lady kind of like left, like, you're going to jail, would you? Would you still?
I would really? Guy. Me, I'm such a
30
lover
years?
girl, Iwaton. I'm such a lover girl. For my man, me, I'd do anything.
I agree.
Like, for real, if I really love you,
Yeah.
you, and we've been through a whole lot of shit together.
Okay.
Me, I always look at situations. I'm a very big advocate of don't burn bridges. Okay, I don't care the situation. Don't burn bridges. If I burn bridges, that was just worth it, and I'm never.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just worth it. That is me, and I'm always a high advocate of that. But I always love living situations in a way where I can be able to approach you and all that. So. For me, when it comes to relationships, my man, oh my God, I'll do anything for you. Anything. We've been through ups and downs. I don't want to burn that. For what? For a single night.
Yeah.
For a one night stand. For flowers. Anything that I know you could be capable of giving me, just the fact that you're just not here, but I know you've been doing that. I know who you really are. I'm rocking with you. Yeah, I'm rocking with you.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Shout out to Vibes Gertel girl. I love that girl. Just the fact that she could do that is just amazing.
It takes a man. It takes courage. It takes hope. Yeah. I don't want to say
like
hope.
He's gonna be released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes courage, number one.
Yeah.
I do believe it takes self identity. Again, goes back to there. Kujijua. Unajijua too. I'm not gonna be tempted no matter what. I'm not gonna fall for this. I really rock with him, and it's him no matter what. It's him. It's her. It's her. You know, because even Tory Lanez was dumped just juicy. Tory Lanez is in prison, right? After the Megan Thee Stallion case and all that. So right now,
Is she an artist?
she left. Tory Lanez.
I don't know.
Tory Lanez is a dude.
Okay.
You don't want to do more than just say it.
No.
You don't have to do less than.
No.
Oh no! What's your turn? No,
don't know.
you'll wind up with a Tory Lanez.
Okay.
You know Tory Lanez.
I do.
You do know Tory Lanez.
I'll check. I'll basically
What?
play his music.
You do know
when
Tory
we
Lanez.
wind
You'll find
up.
actually on a jungle mazake mob.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's a singer.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
I'll
sing.
check him out when we wind up. Okay, another information in
Would
regards
you?
to
You didn't say. Would you?
what?
Wait.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm a lover.
How
as
long?
you. I would wait forever.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
That's it.
I'm telling. I would. I feel like I don't know. Sometimes people like us meet some weird kind of opposite of us, but I always say never give up. And also, like, if you're just doing your thing, like you're not waiting on love or looking for it, it's just gonna find you. Yeah, you don't have to, but there are people like her, so it's beautiful to see the support from the lady. Yeah, and now they're happy, and Vibes is doing a concert in
If
December.
you find someone who can really hold you down, stick with them. You know, stick with them.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I really hate the way in today's generation there's a normality, if there's such a term,
Yeah.
of jumping from one relationship to another. I really hate that. Personally, I've dumped friends because of moving from here and here. Like, yo, I can't be associated with you. It's either you're with him or you're with her. You know, like, what are you doing? You know, so I really hate the fact that we're in a generation right now, people don't care even about HIV anymore, STDs, let alone even pregnancies. They just, the diseases themselves, you know. People can just meet in clubs, go together, have a one night stand, and that's it. It's just so, it's so sad. I wish we can, like I was saying, Juicy, the old version person chased me down. It's exciting. I don't know to how many women, but it is exciting. You know, just knowing you're attracting someone somewhere and you have the right to say yes or no. Come on, the ball is on my hand. You know, it's me who says it. It's just super amazing. And then to the point of getting to know each other, going on dates, not dating, but just going on dates. You know, we can meet up, go on movies, go sports, fun, whatever.
You're not dating though.
Yeah, ask me now being your girlfriend. You know, the stages.
The guy hasn't asked yet.
Exactly.
But you're just
exactly.
enjoying people's company.
You know, the stages.
It's like you just want to talk to this person.
He's treating me good, so yeah, I'm giving him my time. I mean, I know where it's heading, but I'm waiting for the question to pop.
Know.
Yeah,
you would know the guy likes you.
You know he likes you. The way he's treating you, the way he's treating you, I think the way he's treating you. Why are you looking for tips? You want to know something about someone?
No.
You want to. The way he's treating you, I feel like that's just the end goal. Like, how are you treating me? You know, do I matter to you? To mattering does not mean like I have to give to you every single day. I have to send you money every day. But there's different ways how people show they care. You know, people show they care in different ways. That is one thing I've come to learn. Literally, could not express emotions with authority.
Like, that's so crazy.
You know, if you're expecting a cuddler, is not a cuddler.
I know, right?
It's someone to just talk shit, you know.
And it's weird because this person, you're so attracted to them, but maybe they're not reciprocating the love language that you desire. I think you can teach them. What do you think about that?
If I'm teachable, man, I'm gonna leave you alone. If I'm trying,
but you
it's
like
not
the
working.
guy.
Yeah, I'll try. But if I try, it's not working. Nah, I'm gonna leave.
But he's doing some other things. Like maybe this person is not, doesn't really express
I'm just gonna have
his
to
emotions.
learn. I'm gonna have to
like
learn.
That, but he'll give you.
I'm gonna learn his way of loving. And I'm gonna teach him my way of loving.
That's true.
Whatever he can capture, fine. But I'm also gonna have to adapt to his way of loving, because we expect different expectations from people who also have different experiences. You know, so
that's so true.
I don't wanna go fully with expectations of, you know, you can do me this and you end up doing me this. So I always go with minimal. Then if you fail to deliver, I'm not gonna be shook.
Right.
I'm just gonna be
okay. That happens.
Because I'm that kind of a person. I'm such a silent person. I'm such a kind of person who leaves situation in a silent moment.
In a relationship?
Even in friendships. Like, I'll just keep off. That's me. Like, I don't want to talk about it.
Right.
If we don't need to talk, it's okay. I'm cool. It's okay. It's okay. It is what it is. You know. But yeah, it takes. I was saying it's the generation of today that things have failed. Where we can see there's a whole lot of expectations. Number one, again, money wise, especially materialistic wise, things have been so materialized right now. If you don't have a car, you're not worthy a girl.
So lame.
If, you know, what about you, a woman? Because most of the times I love asking women, what about you? Because it's always men who have something to offer. What are you offering?
It's so weird because I always used to ask this women the same thing. Or if you're having this discussion with some girls and I'm like, what do you have? Like, you want a guy with this, do you have that? And you're asking a guy who has, do you have that? Because it doesn't add up.
And this is why we used to have heartbreaks hurting.
Yeah.
Right now, heartbreaks no longer hurt anymore.
It's true, actually.
You know?
It's so true.
Heartbreaks used to hurt like, he left me. What do you mean she left me? She left me? What? For who? For what? Why?
Yeah.
You know? Or whatever leads to the situation. It used to hurt.
Yeah.
But right now, people are like,
I know.
Ninarudi soko na
That's so good.
From the kuoga na kurudi soko. And it's not healthy. It's not really healthy, bro. It's not really healthy. Personally, I feel like I'm really such a into my space type of person.
Yeah.
Allowing people into my space, especially even other friends.
Yeah.
It takes time for me to learn and adapt to people. Like, nah.
Yeah. I really understand you because I also love
me
my...
hadi
I'm
nikipata
very,
na mtu ananikatia niko like,
person.
bro, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
Jackie start to reply and I'm not coming on that date.
Yeah.
I'm just in that position. Like, I'm just not coming on that date. Yeah, I'm gonna give you my number, but trust me, I'm not coming on that date.
Yeah.
You're gonna look for me for months, beg, and you're gonna have to eventually give up.
Yeah.
Maybe you are a good potential, maybe God sent you my way for real.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel it. Yeah.
Alrighty, that's what's up with Joby.
Yeah.
We have news in regards
Like jumping from energy to energy.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm saying.
I get it. You have to heal, and basically, I always say that you are your first love. You are your first love. If you cannot love yourself so much and be comfortable in your own space and being comfortable being alone, I don't think you can be able to handle a relationship because you'll be seeking this person's attention and presence every time because you can't be alone. If you cannot be alone and you're okay and you're just having a good time, you're not ready for a relationship.
I know.
Honestly, you're not. Because you'll be using this person's presence to feel whole, which is not right because you'll be taking from them, you know, in regards to love, which is not love. It's because you feel very empty inside you and you try to fill that space with this person's presence. So learn who you are, spend time with yourself, learn about your strengths and weaknesses, enjoy your own company so much until you're like, oh my god. You know, the fact that you kind of like flip and you're like, oh my god, I've been so alone for so long. You miss people's company, which maybe you can because you have your own company.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have some news in regards to what we're talking about right now. The question is, what are the reasons for Africa's youth to basically take to the streets? Let's talk about that in a few. As we are
I say we have
winding up, I guess. Yeah.
The country has been turned into a political stage. There have been major protests by young people and some even lost their lives. More coming up on this very special edition show. I'm Edith Kimani. Now, if you've seen any images from Kenya lately, you may notice that today is a very quiet day here in Nairobi. There are no chanting crowds, massively, no tear gas. But since mid-June, young Kenyans have been gathering on these streets, in town halls and also online. Now, initially, the mostly Gen Z protesters wanted a controversial finance bill that would increase taxes in the country to be dropped. But now, those protests, like others in Africa, are about much more than a single issue. Here's what's coming up.
And we can see that happening, like something just divine, like a divine intervention. You can see after what happened in Kenya, we can see protests all over. Not even in Africa, like all over, even in like in the UK, Bangladesh. Like it's just like a rise of change and people saying no to anything that's not basically add up to them. Corrupt governments, leadership, people under degrading you. Like people are just tired of the same old kind of mindset, kind of leadership, being treated like they do not matter, and they're basically taking back their power all over the world. I feel like it's just that time for change, and no one can help themselves but just fight for change.
True. You have to fight for it because you're not fighting it for you. You're fighting it for your kids, you're fighting it for your brothers, your sister, your parents, those who are not able to.
That's true.
You know, you're fighting it for the future generation, literally, not for you.
That's so true.
So there's a price to pay. There's lives that are going to be lost, of course.
That's a fact.
And we have to be ready for that. I was talking about earlier how Angola, Zimbabwe had really strong military groups. To even go to an extent of helping DRC Congo because of Uganda and Rwanda stealing the resources there and wanting to take control of the country. So I was saying it's sad to see the kind of society we have today, where there is normalization of the debate of LGBTQ, which is weakening the men.
That's
and apparently this is why we don't even have men to pick and go for wars. When they get there, they're told, step aside a little bit and start learning French. Shout out to our Kenyan troops in Haiti.
Wow.
You've got on a mission, but you're told because you don't know je m'apprends. You sit down and study something. It's so crazy, but yeah, you have to fight for it. You have to fight for it. You have to fight for all the change.
Yeah.
And it's inevitable, and it is happening.
It is, and I feel like it's time right now. For me, I feel ever since, even asking the people who really know me, I've always stood up for the underdogs. Like, I see you treating, even if I do not know you, and I'm like, I'm in this space, nobody's saying anything, trust me, I will. I will speak up for that person because they feel like, you know what, they're fearful, maybe this is going to happen to me. I will speak up in regards to even maybe an opportunity I'm supposed to get.
Exactly.
I've always been like that. Like, you should not allow anybody to make you feel like you're not good enough or better or you're not worthy of anything, because we are all worthy of everything. And we're all world changers. Nobody is allowed to make you feel inferior, which we can see that has been the trade with Africans. We were colonized in the mind, indoctrinated with a lot of ideas, which made us feel, actually subconsciously, that we are inferior. And we've been acting like that until you have so much knowledge, education in regards to who you are, and it's like, oh my god, like a bulb just leaped, and you're like, what? Really? You know? And something just happens to you. Like, if you're confident, you become a billion times confident. Like, I'm proud to be an African.
Period.
What?
You
take that power so much, and you're so confident. As we said earlier, as we were starting, if these were we were taught about everything we were, the African history since we were younger, we will be far much more ahead as Africans. I believe so. I will just listen in for 1 minute, 2 minutes.
Okay.
And then are we almost done?
Yeah, we're almost done.
Yeah.
8 minutes.
Okay.
We'll find out what sparked Kenya's nationwide protest. We'll look at previous youth protests from other parts of the continent. And we'll try to find out where all this could be heading. But before we go any further, let's take a look at what's happened until now.
This is uptown Nairobi, and on a normal day it will be traffic congestion on the road. But right now the road is full of young people who have been protesting a controversial finance bill.
Police using what I would consider to be excessive force. At the moment, we've just had to pull back. We had seen somebody get injured just beyond the road there.
It started out as peaceful protests. Young Kenyans draped in flags calling for Kenya's parliament to reject a finance bill that many felt imposed exorbitantly high taxes on an already squeezed Kenyan population.
We're already paying taxes, and the little that we are paying, they're not doing much with it.
Our parents have suffered. We are suffering. Where should we go? If I never came here, things would have gotten out of hand. So I must be here so that I'll be heard, and my voice will be heard by other Kenyans.
The so-called Gen Z protesters were soon met with tear gas, water cannons, arrests, and even live bullets. The second day of protests...
It's amazing because unlike the police officers in Nairobi, Kenya, we see the Nigerian officers actually supporting the protest, like spearheading actually the protest.
Even in Bangladesh.
Yeah. Because they understand they're also part of it.
I just love the fact that Kenya has made history, being honest. This is history that we were saying some time back, itakuwa kwa exams. You know,
Yeah.
the generation to come,
Yeah.
they're gonna be questioned this kind of questions in exam.
Yeah.
Which year did the Gen Zs go to demonstrate
I
against the
agree.
financial
Oh my gosh.
bill?
Yeah.
You know, then you know, which year was the financial bill protested
Yeah.
by many?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that type of question. You know,
It's amazing to be a part of this, and I always say it's a great time to be alive.
Yeah.
Because change is happening everywhere, and the fact that there's this confidence rising in the young people in different markets. The fact that we're getting back everything that was stolen from us, getting back our power, our identity, understanding our identity as we spoke about, going back to the root of everything is something which cannot be comprehended. I believe so. It's gonna be hard to basically take us back to where we were like kind of like asleep. And Nigerians also, I'm so really excited about the Nigerian process because they're basically pushing for a better government. There's so many in number, and the fact that it was all spiral led in Kenya or from Kenya, and they're basically pushing for this until the president literally kind of like adheres to what their demands. They said they have to push for this right on the street until everybody lives comfortably because they understand they have the resources and the minerals, and they cannot figure out why they're not living comfortably, and the people they've elected. The same thing that is happening in Kenya. They're basically living in a very luxurious lifestyle, and they are basically suffering. Mostly the main thing about Nigeria is hunger, which is sad.
they're eating dirty rice.
Yeah, that is mostly hunger. They shouldn't, nobody actually should be protesting about that.
Africa is fertile. The soil is fertilized.
Yeah.
It's fertile. I mean, it's sad to see that Africans don't know that our soil is part of our resources.
Right.
I just discovered that myself
Okay.
just recently.
Okay.
I'm like, what do you mean the resources are just gold, silver, cobalt? Nah,
Right.
the soil is also part of our resources, and that's why they tried damage
Okay.
using the fertilizers, bringing the genetically modified seeds, because these are chemicals that actually are slowly weakening the soil.
Right.
So it's a whole lot of things to learn. Personally, I love agriculture. I wish I really did geography,
Okay.
because I didn't know I'm gonna grow up and just grow fond of farming. I love and enjoy talking about farming. It's nice. It's beautiful.
Alrighty. We also
It's
have
money. It's just
agriculture is
money.
like a very good market actually. Farming.
People
is a very,
think it's a dirty work.
no, it's not.
We have billionaires working, like billionaires driving. Ukimwona hivi kwa duka unafikiria huyu mshamba anafanya nini hapa?
That's a fact.
But amepark range mahali.
It's called wisdom. I'm telling you. In regards to the digressing from that, coming back to the Olympics, we see some our people Kenyans here basically raising the bar for us. We have Ibrahim Kibiwat wins bronze for Kenya in the 300 meters steeplechase, which is I think a beautiful thing. Someone says Ibrahim Kibiwat, I think I'm pronouncing the name okay, wins bronze for Kenya in the 300 meters steeplechase, and also Bakali from Morocco takes home the gold, while Kevin Brooks from the United States secures the silver. Alrighty, someone is saying athletics, Kenya leadership needs to change. Okay. We have had the worst Olympics performance ever. Is that true?
I'm not sure.
Always? Or the guys who follow, just follow like
No,
other
that's a
things.
lie.
Really?
Our Olympics have been dope. Just because Omanyala lost doesn't mean we are behind.
Right.
It's been doing amazing.
The fact that we got the bronze, okay, that's number 3, and number 1 went to the guys in the States. Number 2 went to the guys in Morocco. But I believe actually being a part of it is basically a big deal, which is bringing me back to the fact that guys are saying when they say it's giving Zimbabwe, and also the fact that that guy, there was a video we played here, and the guy was talking about we had 67 officials and 7 athletes. I always have a problem with that word. Anyways, why are they going to Paris? 67. Why?
To see point.
And 7?
Yeah. See point.
That no.
Mr.
I
Sip
think
Wine.
they have to start protesting.
It's giving Zimbabwe.
They have to do that. It's not right.
Mm.
They should basically have this fire about change, because I believe if they don't speak up, honestly, it's gonna be the same way. I know they're speaking up in social media and talking about it, but you guys have to basically go out the street, because some leaders, a lot of leaders, basically just need to pack their bags and go home. Honestly, we need new leaders in these positions, even in Kenya mostly. And that's why I was so upset. For me, it has been the cabinet being vetted in right now. I don't understand why they're being put there. Okay, I can really understand in regards to the opposition and the new current leadership combining, but the fact that we can just see right through their faces and what they're trying to do, no, we can't keep recycling the same people I've seen even when I was very young, and I can still see them there. It doesn't really add up to me. But in regards to that, any last word as we end up?
Well, much love, family. See you guys. Be safe. Have a good weekend, and find yourself. Find yourself before you go. Try and look for any other thing outside there. Know who you are. Know the world you're living in, and have a good weekend.
Yes, guys. Have a great, amazing weekend full of good tidings, remembering that you're the change you've seen in the world. Thank you for joining us here in Rythm Scoop, talking about arts and entertainment, a little bit of politics today, but we'll be back right at it on Monday. Stay safe, be motivated, remembering that you make an impact every day. Do not allow anybody to dim your light. Spread love and kindness like a confetti, and just have an amazing, peaceful weekend. Rest, hydrate, laugh, dance, do everything you want to feel like doing to just have a good time, and mostly love yourself. Take care and have a blast. Much love.